Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Mike O'Mara Show on the air for our Wednesday program. Anaheim, California, Orcas Island, Washington, York, Pennsylvania, Bombay, New York. Hey, to Bombay. Yeah. Clinton, Massachusetts. I don't know why I've had Greaseman on the mind, but I have.
Oh, he's great.
Clinton, Massachusetts. I agree. And Middlesex, Vermont. We are on the air and happy to have you with it. I love my job every day. I like doing this. It's a great job to have. And then there are days that I just love it beyond love. And today is one of those days because in the layout of this show, there is nothing better than when someone in our family has something going on that we can have fun with. That's the best way I can describe it. And Jimmy Cerrito, my pal and your pal, is one of the family. Jimmy, to the best of my knowledge, is coming down to New Orleans with us. And Jimmy is so Jimmy. Jimmy also would best be described as, if there's a camera available, he'll find it.
Yep.
If there is media coverage, he will find it. And Jimmy, I've also said for years and years, is, as far as a sole proprietorship and a restaurant owner, is really a great restaurant owner. He's improved his place over the years. He's expanded his place over the years. And it's a mom and pop, and he's been at it for 25 years. So I consider him, I think I need to preface everything by saying he is a successful restaurateur.
Yes. He's the
because
pop.
He's still at it.
He's the pop in Mom and Pop. And Mom is Maureen Donahue's Cerrito, who is as big a part of that place as anybody.
Of course. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Somehow you ended up completely, like, it was like a backhanded compliment.
Not at all. Not at all.
There was a weirdness.
There was like a snarkiness to it.
No.
There was a snarkiness.
As
right?
a matter of
Yeah.
fact, what we're going to discuss today, actually, Maureen was a part of last night.
She was.
Yes.
Let's get right to it. I had the pleasure of watching a program. And by the way, somebody posted it that must have, we must have made a reference to it yesterday because somebody posted it on the fan page. So it's out there for you to see. The reality show featuring Jimmy's Old Town Tavern.
Yes.
It is it Tubi?
Yeah,
Is
now
that
there's
the name?
finally a reason other than Fantasy Island reruns to watch Tubi.
And Tubi is free because they run commercials.
Exactly.
So you can just click on Tubi and watch this. Everybody can watch Jimmy's reality show, which is like a million others because it is a chef that comes in and is going to fix Jimmy's restaurant.
Yeah, it's called Kitchen Commando.
Kitchen Commando. The chef's name is Andre Rush.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Tubi fan, and I've been a Tubi fan for the better part of 3 years. I think they've been around for 3 years. Solid outfit.
Lots
of good
first
stuff.
foray into Tubi was yesterday, and I forayed there because of Jimmy.
Before that, wasn't the internal debate for you Tubi or not Tubi?
Tubi, that's very good. Thank you. Put that in your book.
That was really good.
Thank you.
File that away in your pun book. It was good. It wasn't funny, but
yeah,
it was
wasn't
good.
something you would have highlighted.
Right.
Because
So
you could have just left it there, and we all went.
Well, let's keep talking about it, no matter
who
what.
brought this to us? We had a discussion about it yesterday. That's why I was hip to it.
I thought that Jimmy had told you about it.
No.
He told me about it in deep secret, swearing me to secrecy right before they shot. And I assumed he would get
So
to
you
as
knew
well.
about it back in
You've
August.
known about it forever?
Yeah, but he
So,
had
but
Old
it never.
Schmear?
But I wouldn't talk about it if it hadn't seen the light of day. Jimmy told you all about it.
He told me that they were going to do it.
Shocker. We're the last to know.
So I didn't know. But it doesn't matter.
When did he tell you? On the
because-
phone or in person?
He came to my home.
You did?
No, of course
Oh.
not. It was there. It was at his
It was
place.
when Rob was getting one of his 5,000 free meals
that's
at Jimmy's. That's when he found out about it, and a smaller free meal, I'm sure, right back in August.
Of course, yes.
And of course, no alcohol
None.
at that particular time.
None.
So
It'll be
the
okay.
chef. Let me set the. It's a reality show like what's the one with the Robert Irvine?
A restaurant rescue.
Restaurant? No,
Or
no,
those
that's not it.
bar rescue. I'm sorry.
No, but no.
Barbecue
but the
Wars.
Robert Irvine's is.
If you
Kitchen
have a
Nightmares.
failing
Yes.
restaurant,
Yeah, that's the
If you have a failing, this is the Robert Irvine.
Yes.
So
I want
Andre
a
Rush,
stainless steel bar.
this is great. Put the laminate. Anyway, Andre Rush his hook is he's a tough guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a military guy with giant biceps,
Oh, I can't
Disgusting
bodybuilder.
biceps.
But no, well, it's one
Yeah,
man's
the
bicep
muscles.
is another, and he is military. And he is bicep lady and apparently a skilled, accomplished chef. And he's hyped about it. And he's got all, and he goes in and he makes them do push-ups and he does all this stuff. And
It should
what
be
I
mentioned,
didn't-
Mike, this show is executive produced by Gordon Ramsay. So it is
Yes,
sort
it
of
is.
a big deal. Yeah.
It's a big deal and it's a real reality show.
Yeah.
With one episode, and it's Jimmy's Old Town Tavern and the problems they have.
Right.
So that's the setup. We have some clips.
We do.
I urge you to watch it on your own. This is my pal. Look, right after when I was up there a short time ago, we dined at Jimmy's, and I was remarking how delish everything was.
Awesome.
I didn't realize that the menu needed a revamp. We will find out. We're going to find out all the behind-the-scenes details now that it is out there and it has seen the light of air. I'm sure Jimmy can talk about it. Up until this point, now I don't know why he didn't contact me. It was a secret. And usually those kind of secrets, and Jimmy always has something going on.
He does, yeah.
He would tell me one-to-one. That's why I didn't. And I have no problem with that anyway. But let's get right to it. This show is called Kitchen Commando, and Rob has a series of clips. And then when we're done with the last clip, we will call the man himself
Exciting.
to find out. And that'll be the weakest part of the segment. But be aware
It'll
that
be a slow
way or
fade.
front cell.
Mike,
thank
Prepare
you.
for
Thank you very
disorder.
much.
at the front
Yes.
of the show, after
Can't help it.
we they do the setup, Chef Rush comes in and they seat him in the restaurant, prime table right by the window there. It's very surreal for me to see Jimmy's place on television.
Yes.
And Jimmy meets Chef Rush.
14 needs me. I'll be right back. Can you bring more onion ring sauce? Oh.
Hey. You are?
What's up, Chef?
Turn it up a little bit for
God
me.
bless you. Thanks for coming.
A pleasure to be here. Pleased to be here.
I'm going to call you Chef, damn it. I promise.
there you go.
What can I do for you?
No, the question is, what can I do for you? Why am I here?
The menu. A lot of items sell. Oh, some of them don't sell so good.
So I got a question. If this hasn't changed in 25 years, why?
Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And you run out of time in your
All
day.
right, right there.
Too
Right
many
there.
things.
And now it's a little too hot for me. So,
Okay.
somewhere
I love
a
it.
little less than that.
All right.
So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's a Jimmy strategy.
Also-
that's Jimmy being a dick. Really, in all seriousness,
It's a great TV character.
Yep.
But he puts the question mark
Yeah.
at the end just to cover his ass. So I've experienced these many moods of Jimmy.
Yes.
And so how we? Let me ask you something, Pony. How we doing on connectivity today?
Your connection is great. You sound fantastic.
Okay, good. So he puts the question mark on it, kind of challenging
Yes.
the big brawny chef. And I'm like, yeah, I've liked Jimmy's for years. I enjoy that. Of course, I've used it primarily as a drinkery
Yes.
for my decades of service. So that's the first part. What else do we have here?
the chef actually counters if it ain't broke, don't fix
Run out
it.
of time in your day. There's too many things on your plate.
Sounds like you're just being lazy. So,
My plate, not yours.
What year's your car?
2020.
Car is 2020.
Yeah.
Was your last car
2018.
broken? Was it broken?
No,
You fixed it.
I just upgraded.
You upgraded.
Yeah.
Same thing with this menu
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah, you got to upgrade.
Now, I will give Chef Rush the credit where that is a beautiful analogy.
It is.
You upgrade your car even though the car's not broken. So that counters. It occurred to me immediately And this seemed to be on the fly, that Chef Rush has heard that probably a few times. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
But you get a new car, so onward and upward. Right. But Jimmy's out talking to him, and then they're bringing out
there's another concern. Jimmy is concerned about the wing status, the king of the wings, and he discusses that.
He touts that.
Yes.
Right.
So what else?
I'm the king of the wings of Northern Virginia.
Okay.
We have won year after year best wings. We don't use our own wing sauce. We buy it.
You win every year with somebody else's sauce.
Yeah. At least I'm honest.
I'm hungry now.
Justin will be right here. He's got you.
He's got
Justin. Hi, Justin.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, he's tough.
So they keep bringing out food to Chef Rush, and Chef Rush seems
now, did they do that on purpose where they're bringing crap out, and not crap, it's good, I like Jimmy's food, and they're bringing stuff out just totally disjointed.
And totally out of order.
Totally out of order.
Well,
I don't know if they did that on purpose, because Jimmy's doesn't do that.
No, they never have.
From my experience.
This is reality television.
So it's got to be messed up.
Yes.
In other,
because there's going to be a quick fix.
Yeah. Well, one of the quick fixes, Chef Rush seems to be concerned about the amount of saltiness of the food. So he's not pleased with all the food.
He doesn't like the jambalaya.
No,
I've had the jambalaya,
and it's excellent.
I like the jambalaya.
I do too. And they ask finally, they say, Jimmy, what do you want out of this restaurant?
You haven't had a vacation in over 10 years? Why is that?
I work too damn much.
That's a lot of work.
Hold on, stop it. You set that up wrong. You set that up wrong.
No,
that's not Jimmy. They didn't ask Jimmy any. That is the chef. That is the kitchen manager who's talking about how overworked he is. Now, what's going on there?
This is when they're all in a line and they're asking all the principals. This sets up what Jimmy has to say.
Start it from the beginning.
Okay, so
this is when he asked them all what they want. The first guy you hear is the kitchen manager who says he hasn't had a vacation in 10 years. This is the last clip?
No. I haven't gotten to Jimmy's yet. We're going to close on that.
You haven't had a vacation in over 10 years? Why is that?
I work too damn much.
That's a lot of work.
When you work at Jimmy's, you're always on vacation. I've been told.
You've been told. Marty would disagree.
Yeah, wait till you ask Simi what she wants. Sorry.
Here's T.
Jimmy, one more word, you don't go in timeout. Okay. Simi, please. So, Jimmy, I want to hear from you.
I want all the staff to be happy. And, of course, I want the customers to be happy. The number one complaint has been our food's taking too long.
But you know you can control that.
Now, you hear a little bit of it there. My personal favorite moment of the night, and every reality show has to have a moment of sentimentality.
It does. It's like they force it in any way they can.
And here's Jimmy being sentimental Jimmy.
Right
here on Kitchen Commando.
There's definitely plates that fall through the cracks. There's unhappy customers that won't wave the manager down and won't even tell the server. They'll just leave. Maybe when I'm gone someday, Jimmy's will still be here. Maybe the staff and my family can keep it going.
Sad, right?
Guys.
Yes?
We have a national audience. Before we get the hate mail or we get canceled by a big restaurant or, Small Business Sundays, listen to me. Jimmy is a successful restaurateur and businessman.
He is.
Because he's got a wonderful team that supports him and a family that works that restaurant and has been there for, feels like my entire lifetime since I've known you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is fake television. This is set up for drama. I don't blame Jimmy for taking the exposure, and who doesn't like show business?
He loves show business.
But this man is successful because he loves what he does. Mm-hmm. Those are crocodile tears. He wants people to be happy. Yes, he wants his family to. He's done everything he can to ensure a legacy of Jimmy's. But by no means is this bar rescue or whatever this
kitchen commando,
this kitchen barbecue commando, is this thing. Like, it's just reality television. I've told you in the past, they film it in reverse. It's not real.
Yes.
You've said that. in fairness to you, and by the way, it's not the first television show that has been
Correct.
shot at Jimmy's.
Oh, that's right.
Failed
Many
efforts
failed
have been
pilots.
filmed in there.
It's not
shot
exactly
fake
CBS.
television in there and never
Yes.
saw the light of day.
Not exactly CBS Radford. Mike, I hold in my hand the
Yes.
last clip in which Chef Rush is curious how much vacation time Jimmy takes. Now,
now wait a minute. If you ask me, what's the one issue? If I was going in and consulting, I might suggest, we've talked about Jimmy's
this is a topic
schedule.
that we have brought up on this show numerous times.
Great clip to play, and then we'll call
Thank
them
you.
in.
Okay, so stand by.
When was your last vacation?
A couple of weeks ago.
How many vacations have you had in the last 5 years?
Not enough. A good guess is
Not enough.
10 to 15.
This is great.
TJ, how many a year?
He's been gone like at least 10 times this year.
Does it count that I did payroll on vacation?
It's
No, it
more
doesn't.
like 50, Jimmy.
Review the schedule
Jimmy,
on vacation?
I really don't think you get the concept of excuses.
Yeah. I think it throws 3 every time I take a breath.
You just talk too much. Shush. Listen.
You know what? Excuses.
So, yeah, he's been
Wow.
going 10 times this year. so.
Look, if I give Chef Rush credit for one thing, they probably, Oscar, they go in and they do a little intel and they
Jimmy
talk to people
wrote the script.
off camera. Jimmy wrote
He's a showman.
Yep.
He said, guys, this is great.
Well,
Here's
let's
how we're
find
going
out.
to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Let's give Jimmy a call.
Every
and find out
network
what's
does
going
this.
on.
It's all fake. This is
It's
not
all
on Tubi.
fake.
This
Well,
is
we'll
not on
find
Tubi.
out. We'll find out. To me, even as somebody who's close to it, turn that up, please, so I can hear it. I was curious because I raised my hands up in the air and went, yes, when they asked about the vacation time. So calling James Tiberius Cerrito. Jimmy,
What's happening?
how are you? Turn him up, please.
He's a TV star.
I need to hear him.
He's speaking very low, if I may be.
Yeah, I understand. Jimmy, you kept it a secret from me and Oscar, and you told Rob, and then it hit the air, what you've always dreamed of, being a television star.
Oh, is that what I've dreamed of? Yes. A reality TV star. I want to be just like Ozzy, of course.
Yes,
Oh, the
yes,
Osbournes,
you
yeah.
want to be Ozzy. Jimmy, I don't know where to begin, but
Did you watch it?
I watched it from start to finish. I was riveted. It was absolutely spectacular. As someone who's watched a ton of those kind of
Yes.
shows
Well done.
before this, it was really, really fun to watch something that I'm this close to. And I don't know where to start with you. How did it all come about? How did you? And by the way, before we start,
Sure.
what are you restricted on what you can say to us?
I don't remember.
That's honest. That's an honest answer, if I ever heard
Good.
one. That's
so
great.
you can tell us anything. Then tell us how it came about. How did they get in touch?
Good morning. Hi, TMOS Nation. Mike, it started, they called me, left a message at Jimmy's. I did not call back. The message said a guy's name, phone number, and reality TV show, and I had no interest. They called again.
Can I stop you right there?
Anytime you want.
You had no interest in doing a
No.
reality TV show. Why?
Because I don't feel Jimmy's needs to be rescued.
Oh, okay. I
Okay,
get
that's
it.
honest.
I
There we
told-
go.
that's
You
an
know,
honest
Yeah,
answer.
Yeah.
And you thought immediately, did they identify that it was kind of a kitchen help show? Is that what they said?
Well, I did call back finally, and they said they were looking for restaurants that struggled through the pandemic, that needed a little, kickstart. Would I like to have a celebrity chef come to Jimmy's for 3 days? I could ask him anything I want. He could help us. And then they said a name, and I just said, what? And they said it's a Gordon Ramsay production.
Ooh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that
that's
would,
honest.
That would
I
flip
believe
my,
that. So when you hear that during the conversation, when you called him back, did they lay it out that it was going to be kind of a kitchen rescue show? Well, struggle
yeah.
during the pandemic would tell you that, right?
Yes, they said it's a feel-good show. In the beginning, we're gonna kind of make it look like you need help, and then at the end, we're gonna make it look like we helped you.
Look like.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's
Look like-
TV.
I said, you know what? I'm game. I'm
yeah.
game. Why
Sure.
not? Let's have fun. I thought it'd be funny, and I had to go through Mark Dicio, our lawyer, and he had to read the whole contract. I had to get permission from the then landlord. I had to speak with my family, the staff. I had to get everybody's input, and everyone said, "You know what? What's the worst thing that could happen? You're going to have to swallow your pride, and he's going to kind of make you look like you don't know what you're doing, and then he's going to save you, Jimmy." I said, "You know what? Why not? It might be fun."
Were there any broad sweeping changes made to the contract that they submitted? Was there anything that was little, I won't say underhanded, but something that you had to change?
I don't think so. Our landlord at the time didn't want to sign off on anything. They didn't want anything to do with it, and so they had to sign a piece of paper saying that they didn't want to sign a piece of paper.
Okay.
Fair
enough.
So I'm curious. I get so many questions. So cool
Yeah, I know.
to have the source of this and talk to you about it. As far as, so the guy comes into town for 3 days. What's the shooting schedule like? How much time does the dude actually spend in your place?
We were there from about 8 a.m. until anywhere between 7 and 9 p.m. for 3 straight days.
Wow.
Okay, so there is so they spend a tremendous amount of time during that 3 days in your place. And did you know anything about this chef prior to, well, obviously the show's been out. Had the show been out before they taped in your joint? So did you know anything about the chef?
Barely, no.
Barely.
He is just up and coming. Chef Andre Rush, he's amazing. They wouldn't even tell me who the chef was going to be until a few days before.
Oh, wow.
They just said it's a celebrity chef that works under the umbrella of Gordon Ramsay. So we didn't know who we were going to get.
Did you think it might be Gordon Ramsay himself?
They said it would not be Gordon Ramsay himself.
Okay, they said it would not be Gordon Ramsay. So he rolls in, and when he first arrives, the production crew, the people that are behind the scenes, the people that are doing this, what kind of direction are you getting at this point?
They came in the night before, which was a Sunday, late August. We picked the last maybe 3 days of August, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, when we were slow. I had to close the restaurant. We had to put up signs that said closed for a private event. I had to fend off all the regulars and all my people texting me and saying, "No, we did not get shut down by anything bad.
Right.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's going to be fun." We're not allowed to tell anybody what it was. We couldn't tell them the name of the show or the chef or anything.
Where did the Monday 1 o'clock crowd go to instead of there?
Well, hold on. I want to ask about the Monday 1 o'clock crowd. Was that preordained? Because I saw Mo sitting at the bar there. So those people were arranged to be there and then be kicked out, right?
By me. Yes, they told me to invite 40 or 50 people. I believe I invited Rob. Did I not? But,
no, not for that. No.
Damn. So
I'm not allowed to invite celebrities, they said.
Oh, so I would have fit right in.
There you go.
Thank God.
Nice save.
It is so very tightly controlled, obviously. Very tightly controlled.
Yeah, it had to be friends and family, immediate friends and family, and a few of the regulars. I know it was funny when they kicked out that one table. There's 4 of our best regulars, and they just looked so sad. Where are we going to go? Let's get a case of beer and go out in the cornfield.
So he's there all day long. As you begin to do this, so you haven't seen him. He comes in. You meet him
on TV.
On TV, you meet him for the first time.
Yeah, on camera. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. And so you don't know what to expect because you're being, in a way, I don't want to say you're being ambushed, but you are being ambushed in a way, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of trust involved here. A lot of trust.
Did you only have to meet him once, or did you meet him a couple times for safety?
I mean,
like did they tape it a couple of times?
Did they?
No. Nothing was taped again.
Oh,
really?
So it's all done one shot at a time. Yeah. You sit down and when you said, because I know this is Jimmy and I know you well, when you said if it's not broke, don't fix it, and you say it with that question mark at the end, but I know you're busting his balls there because that's the way you feel about it, right?
I was pitching the ball back to him.
Okay, all right, and then he doesn't like that because he's not appearing to be the Superman,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Right.
No,
I thought-
he's supposed to be a drill instructor coming in to straighten things out around here.
I found the press release in Variety, and Jimmy, like, I know we're just messing with you, but this is the real deal.
Yep.
Like,
It's a real Oscar. You got to watch.
Forget about
it's
it being
really
on
amazing.
Tubi. This is the real effing deal.
Yeah.
You're a star.
Yeah.
Well, that's because of you guys.
No,
You
you've always
started
been a
years
star.
ago.
You've always been a star.
But at the same
Thank you.
time, and look, I consider myself, even though I'm not up there all the time, and the three of us do, as your regulars, and fresh off my wonderful lunch with Rob and Oscar, I'm saying to myself, what is the deal? Now, as far as the delay times coming out of the kitchen, I know that is a legitimate concern for you. But that might be the only legitimate one that I had. And then I want to ask you about the kitchen. But when you said to him, did you, in your mind, did they say, like, list some things, have some stuff ready to discuss that could be a potential problem?
So leading up to the show, there was several interviews and Zoom interviews with myself and with TJ, Simi, and Marty. And they got our feedback for, 2 weeks leading up to the show.
Okay,
and
so they're armed with that, and you know what's going to happen.
Mike, I couldn't really think of anything that needed to be rescued except if they... I swear, they said, do you want to renovate your kitchen? I said, no, it's brand new. Do you need new appliances?
It's brand new. It's sure they made it look now. I'll tell you, Jimmy, you know that one thing. They didn't make it look brand new, did they?
Yeah, I helped with that. I had to help them with that, to be honest with you.
Okay, hold it. Let's stop right there.
Stop.
When you say you had to help with making the kitchen look rough, what did you do?
Well, if you're going to be on TV, of course you're going to have the cleanest kitchen in the world. And then also, when you have Rosa and her staff back there, it's always clean. Our kitchen is spotless. You can come in any time. But it's never spotless in any kitchen. And you know this as a former restaurant owner.
Yeah, I know what you're going to talk about.
The deep fryers.
The deep fryers get a layer of grime that has to be...
You can't
daily,
keep up with those.
You can't keep up. It's constant. If you go and you don't clean them every day,
No.
So if you open the bottom of that deep fryer up,
that's where it is.
It's gonna have. That's it, and they show it like 9 times.
Like that's my whole kitchen.
Their pans are so quick. I now know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
So he goes, all right, get in there and do KP. Get in there and clean that kitchen. It's a mess. So you see Justin, he's wiping down a nice clean shelf, TJ's. And the cameras are looking around, and I go, oh, wait, come over here. And I wave the cameraman over. I go, follow me. And I pull the deep fryer away from the wall, and I open up the door, and 2 cameras go right in. Like, yeah. Gold mine. I said, start scraping this, TJ. Let's go.
This is so cool, Jimmy.
Yeah.
This is
And then,
so cool to get this
when
insight.
they finished that scene, they said, okay, you can stop cleaning now.
They just smash cut. You're good.
We got what we need.
All right. So you tell him the concerns are food times coming out, but and your kitchen manager. You've got Rosa back there, right?
I got Rosa. She doesn't speak enough English, so they would not put a microphone on her.
Oh no!
That
sucks. Cute face.
You couldn't just dub her?
But Rosa's the main person back there.
Yeah, Rosa and Marty both. Rosa pretty much
Okay.
runs the daytime, and Marty runs the nighttime.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So Marty's legit talking to him as kitchen manager. Now, the big thing with you, king of the wings.
That's right.
Multiple years.
Yeah.
The chicken dance in the middle of the street
Yep.
in the town. The wings. Yeah, I understand the idea of, and there's just some insight about Jimmy's. They're talking about he buys his wing sauce. Well, he buys his wing sauce from Buffalo.
Yes.
He
The
buys
Anchor
it
Bar.
from the Anchor Bar,
Right.
which is famous for their wing sauce. So in a way, yes, is it a purchased wing sauce, but it's purchased from the most authentic buffalo wing bar.
He's not cutting corners.
In America.
No.
So that's
Yeah.
it.
All right.
But I'm really curious. So then
Okay, are you
then
ready?
Yes, I'm
Ready.
ready because the chef makes his own.
Here it is, guys. Here it is.
Okay.
The Anchor Bar, who invented the wings, has always blessed me by letting me purchase their sauce and use it on my menu since 1997. They've sent me their logos. They've helped me supply Jimmy's with wing sauce for 25 years. But now they're franchising. And there's Anchor Bars popping up all over the place. There's one in Frederick, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one coming to Leesburg, Virginia.
I'll never go.
I got, Rob, this past May, I received a 7-page cease and desist letter from a lawyer in Buffalo telling me I could no longer use their logo. Copyright infringement. I had to get rid of the Anchor Bar wing sauce.
My God.
Okay,
a couple of months later, the TV show calls and says, "Is there anything you would change at Jimmy's?" And I said, "Yeah, I need a new wing sauce." So they said, "You know what? That's what we're gonna boom."
Game, set, match, Cerrito,
Wow.
people.
That's amazing.
Oh
Wow.
my God!
Boom,
and
baby, boom.
Oh, you are
Man.
And it's
you
so good.
are something else.
Mike,
you know,
it's the best wing sauce. Did you guys have wings when you were up here?
No, but Rob, you did.
I
didn't
did,
you?
did.
and they're sensational.
They're wonderful.
The best.
So good.
Yeah.
And did he really make it on the fly like that?
He has a crew. There's probably 25, 30 people working the whole 3 days.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not just him. He's got 2 or 3 kitchen assistants.
Yeah.
He's got
The property brothers don't really build the property, Mike.
Yeah, they're not even brothers.
But they create a new wing. Did they make it for you?
He made it, and so they wouldn't let me in the kitchen the whole time they were recording everything.
Good for them.
They would bring me in for the taste test, and when I tasted those wings, it was glorious. So
Really?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and so you have the recipe, and now that's what you're putting on your wings.
And I asked him, Mike, I said, "Is this your recipe, chef?" He said, "No, it's yours."
Oh.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
we've been
right
using it
there-
Did you
since
fumble for
September.
his zipper? I would.
This is so much better because you're such a good friend, and I'm
Yeah.
so happy for
Yes.
you. And it just sounds like this is just something you could
amazing.
use, and it's amazing, the publicity and all that with that. And then you bring the now. How do they get the new customers that are going to come in for the new new
I
menu?
believe there must be some sort of program. Oscar, you might know this stuff where people maybe sign up to be extras.
Yes. It's actually commonplace. There's a bunch of production companies, but really, this is what they do.
By the way, we haven't talked about it. Tubi,
Yeah.
Kitchen Commando.
Yes.
It's on right now. You can go to Tubi.
10
It's
episodes
free,
this season.
free of charge. Go to the Jimmy's Old Town Tavern one. You can watch this right after you listen to this show. And it is a extremely well produced show.
You'll love it.
And it's Jimmy, you got me. I'm completely
I love it.
gobsmacked by this because that's so. I had
Happy
no
for you, man.
idea.
I see
I have been sworn to secrecy. We all had to sign these affidavits saying we wouldn't tell anyone anything. Kind of like being on a game show. You're not allowed to talk about it until after it goes on.
And then Katie barred the door after the broadcast, right?
I guess so.
Katie barred the door means, Jimmy, you can say anything you want.
I guess so.
Yeah, I love you, man.
I have a question.
love you, man.
Just
go
one
ahead,
follow-up.
Oscar.
I'm sorry. Jimmy,
Yes.
you please, no shtick, a real, like legitimate answer from the gut, from your heart.
Yes.
We all know how Mike's owned a restaurant. We own a business here together. When you get that call from Anchor Bar, you receive the paperwork,
Yeah.
and it sinks in that you're like, man, like I thought this was like, this is what Buffalo's all about. We help each other out.
Yeah.
Take us through the emotions that you felt in that moment.
I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe it. And back in 1997, when we opened, the Anchor Bar had different owners. I believe this still had the original owners' kids that were running it, and they were all excited to help me. And then they sold out to some sort of corporation, I don't know, and now they're franchising. And the first thing I did, Oscar, was I called the lawyer on the cease and desist letter. I called up the lawyer in Buffalo and got her on the phone. She said, "You're not allowed to talk to me. You have to get your lawyer to call me." And I said, "I'm from Arcade, New York. I'm a Bills fan. I'm not hiring a lawyer to call you. I'm a fellow Buffalonian. What's going on here?" And she said, "Well, you can still use the sauce. You just can't advertise that you use it, and you can't tell people that you use it." I said, "Geez, I've bought so much sauce for 25 years." She goes, "Yeah, well, we hope you still buy it. Just don't tell anybody."
Did she say don't use the word boughten?
No, she never did. Mike.
I'm from Arcade.
I understand you're from Arcade, and we always joke
Chicago?
like that. So in the end, and by the way, I think it is a sweet episode.
Yes.
I think it's kind of cool the way things end up. Being in the weeds when the extras came in.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Was that a little tweaked as well?
So we wanted to have more staff, and they said, "Oh, no. This is all, you're going to have 50 people walk in the door at once, and it's just you people." So, we're going to need we're going to need a food runner. Well, you're not going to get one. we're going to need a host. You're not going to get one.
Wow, so they just set you up for drama.
Yeah, they set it up that way. It was fun, and that's where you see me say, "This is what we live for. It's busy. We live for the rush."
I know.
The rush.
Your positivity could not be squelched.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing the whole show. Mike, it's like you when you yell at me and I can't stop laughing. Because I know you're harmless.
How about,
as mad as you get, I just can't stop laughing.
I know. The last question I have for you, though, is they bring in the designer.
Yeah.
Did they do anything that, because that's kind of, I've always thought on those reality shows, that's the payoff that you get.
Right.
They tweak the look. Did they do some stuff in there?
So that one came out of left field. I was in there scraping a deep fryer, and all of a sudden he called me out to meet with that young lady. And she had her little iPad out, and she said, "Here's what we want to do." And my heart sank because Maureen and her two sisters and Chuck Brown just redid the entire restaurant. They spent months
and your memorabilia is your restaurant.
That's the
it's
thing.
real.
Yeah.
And the brand new paint and everything. So I guess it'd been 3 or 4 years since it was painted. So they edited it out, me saying, "Well, I really don't know if we should do this. I really don't know if my wife would like that. Let's think about this. Can we talk about this?" And they just kept pushing me. And finally I said, "You know what? I don't argue with the pros. Let's do it." And that's what they put in there. They cut everything else out. And we were hopefully going to be excited about some big, huge, enhancement. And they had bring Maureen in, we're going to bring her in the front door. We can't wait to see her face.
Right.
When you watch the show, you'll see when Maureen comes in, they immediately pan away from her. They don't show her again.
And the menu.
Yeah.
I noticed Rob had a beef on weck, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right, Rob?
Yeah, I got the
when
buffalo
we were
platter,
there.
yeah.
And that was not the open-faced beef on weck.
No. We didn't start the specials until the show went on this past Sunday. That's when we started the specials.
Oh,
got it.
Okay.
The only thing we changed is the wing sauce. That's it. Now we're doing those specials every day.
And how are they doing?
9 p.m. Yep.
How are they doing?
The first night, very well. And here's, I hope, Chef Andre Rush, forgive me. Forgive me if you're listening. He says all of our food is salty. It's salty. It's salty. It's salty. So we're doing one of his specials, the vegan sub. It's delicious. And one girl comes up, she goes, "It's kind of salty, Jimmy."
but it really, but you said that his wing sauce was awesome, right?
Oh, it is. You can judge for yourself, folks.
Really. When and I understand reality shows are reality shows, but at the end of the game, that's a big deal for you, right? More than the remodel having your own wing sauce that he gave you the recipe
What
for.
you saved in R&D and time and just heartache. And it's hard not to take the issue with the anchor bar personal.
Yeah.
It's tough, but you're good. You know what? Great things happen to good people.
Yeah, and before you know it, Jimmy, you'll be selling your sauce to the anchor bar.
And the
maybe
show is
there'll be a
great.
contest.
I think the show is very, very great. And of course they do what they do.
Yeah.
But man, that's awesome, Jimmy. I'm so happy for you. We're up on a break right now. Jimmy, win for you all the way down.
Yay, Jimmy.
I'm happy for you, my friend.
Enjoy the show. It's a blast. Chef Andre Rush is an amazing individual. He's got a book out. It's called Call Me Chef, Damn It. And if you read that book, you'll fall in love with the man. He's amazing. And
Check it out on Tubi, Kitchen
He's not
Commando.
mean like he is on TV.
Check it
That's
out
what we say about Mike.
and you'll enjoy it. We'll be right back. Thanks.
All right, push up, everybody. Push up.
Romeo and Juliet, Antony and Cleopatra, Bogey and Bacall. Add to that list another one of the world's greatest love stories, Mike and Carla O'Mara. Their love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. Their love is like the melody that's sweetly played in tune. And nowhere is that love story more on display than the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Yes, fall in love with love again and again with a Mike O'Mara Bonus Show subscription. Lovingly tap the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com and order the TMOS Bonus Show today. You'll love it, just like Carla loves Mike.
Love is in the air.
I hope we get to hear some of that this weekend.
Yes, dishwashing. Yes, sirree. Fun. Now we're going to eat out. Hey, here's a question. Why do razors cost so much? They don't need to.
They don't.
Nope.
Harry's razors, incredibly sharp. They're made in their own factory in Germany. Most importantly, they cost as little as $2 per blade. You, ladies and gentlemen, can get a quality razor that you can depend on delivered straight to your door from Harry's. We all use them. We love Harry's because we love it because it's great and it's a value. The best products at the best prices. The packaging is amazing. The Truman Shave Trial Set, we've talked about this and you will love it. A $15 value, just $3 at harrys.com/TMOS. It includes a 5-blade German-engineered razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover. Plus, you can schedule replacement blade delivery whenever you need them with refills as low as $2 each. Harry's has dozens of affordable items to go along with your subscription, like shaving creams, post-shave balm, body washes, hydrating lotions, and more. And Harry's is still offering a no-risk trial. Don't like your shave? No worries. It's on them. Don't get overcharged for razors. I'm telling you, my friend. Get Harry's, a $15 Truman Shave Trial Set, just $3 at harrys.com/TMOS. That's harrys.com/TMOS for a $3 trial set.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage. Yesterday, and I saw these pictures, someone created AI-generated images of Donald Trump being chased down the street and manhandled by the New York Police Department. It was funny.
How did they look?
There's one of him running from the police that
they
looks
look
like
so real.
Really?
It looks so real, other than the fact that I'm not sure Donald Trump could handle that kind of,
cardio.
gait.
Yeah.
Well, he looked like an action star. That's where you lost me.
Right. Yeah. And they looked real enough that some people believe they were real. No matter what happens, the chances of Trump being chased down on foot are unlikely. All indications are that he will fly to New York willingly to be arraigned and fingerprinted. What are we doing? Okay. First of all, the justice system is leaky as a 1910 wooden boat. It's like, okay, nothing's happened yet, but all we're hearing is this will happen, that will happen, this will happen. I suggest everybody put it back in their pantalones and wait to see what the real deal is going to be. And I think this hype that we're hearing, this pre-arrest hype, is really being furthered by the man himself. Donald Trump said, I'm going to be arrested on Tuesday. It's going to be a great arrest. It's going to be fantastic. I think we've got to chill out.
But really, Mike,
and see what happens.
At the base of your brain, when you really think, did you think it would go any different than this?
No, but at the same time, yeah. Well, here's what I didn't think would happen. I didn't think that the arrest prediction would come from the Trump camp. I didn't think it would happen like that. I thought he would grab the narrative any way he could and say this is BS.
Well, that's the best way for him to grab. That's the best way for him to grab the narrative.
Yeah. Listen, I'll be playing a round of golf and then arrested at 2:00 in the afternoon. Yes.
The amount of security that's been brought out in front of the Capitol here in DC, where we're where our headquarters are, but also in New York around the courthouses and in Manhattan proper.
Right.
You sit there and you're like, this is a former president of the United States.
Yes.
This is the stuff that you see in Bolivia or a third world country that's going through some sort of not even court system, but like a geopolitical coup where I can't believe we're seeing these headlines, but I can because this is who he is.
And prediction for you, when this does go down, get ready for the overhyped reaction.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you're going to have people in the streets like you would have had if it was earlier on. Would that be accurate?
I think people
would
are
think
scared.
so.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. But it's pretty
But
pretty
no matter
crazy.
what, Mike, it's great.
We'll see.
It's not.
If and when. Rob, I know you're going to be so excited about this.
How's that?
Oh, my God. Wayne's World 3 sounds like it actually might happen.
Finally, Mike, how many letters have I written? How many?
Yeah, constantly.
Yes.
You talk about it every week. In an interview with People magazine, Dana Carvey, who really needs it to happen, said it's on the horizon. He said, quote, maybe we'll do it in puppets. I'm not sure. I'm always game. Love Mike Myers. Just a brilliant guy.
Yeah, kiss ass.
I thought
weird.
how would they'd have to recast, or it's their kids or something, right?
Yeah, because it's not going to be,
puppets.
2 is they were old in 2.
Yes.
Well, they were too old to make 1.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
they're playing
Kinda weird.
teenagers and they're what, 40?
A little odd. Thanks to Ticketmaster's dynamic pricing and the ridiculously inflated resale market, people are getting fed up with the cost of concert tickets. But maybe there's another way. Some people are flying to Europe to see concerts and finding that it can actually save them money under the right circumstances. Money. This is particularly helpful if you have airline miles or hotel points that can offset travel costs. Or if you happen to have a friend or relative that you can stay with in the vicinity of the concert in Europe.
Well, actually, Mike, flying to Europe and back, it's a shorter drive than getting to the old Cap Center. So it's not so bad.
Tickets are definitely cheaper. One content creator got floor seats to see Jay-Z and Beyonce in Paris in 2018 for $92. Those same tickets in her hometown of Dallas would have cost $900 more.
Wow.
I want to see Peter Gabriel this September.
Yeah.
And I want to take
concert. I'd go see that one.
This is true, people. This is when you know that you've married too young. My wife is 8 years younger than me, and I said, do you want to go see Peter Gabriel? I thought I was being a little bit of a romantic.
Yeah.
And she says, is he a comedian?
Oh dear. I've lived that more than you ever will.
Yeah. I'm thinking of going to Herzegovina to see Stained.
Do you want to know why costs can be
love
more
Stained.
reasonable?
Why?
European nations actually, some of these socialist countries.
Yes.
They actually have consumer protection laws and have taken steps to limit resale prices.
What's that like?
Hello. Yeah, really. Obviously, saving hundreds of dollars on the ticket can help you mitigate the cost of travel and lodging. If you're stuck paying for that, you get a trip to Europe and go see a show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why not? Even the overall
And get an
experience-
operation.
Yeah,
while
you
you're
can
there.
get a hair transplant.
Yeah.
Oh, or new teeth.
Hey, that's a little close to home.
Maybe you should go to Europe this summer.
Maybe you should go to Europe.
Even if the overall experience costs you more, you're getting a lot more bang for your buck because you're turning it into a European vacation. Hey!
Mike, let's you and I go to Switzerland and see Deep Purple.
There you go. They come back with our new choppers. Have you heard of this yet, or maybe even gotten in on it? A recent TikTok trend is called Everything Shower, and it's picking up steam after the Wall Street Journal just did a story on it. It's when you take an extra long shower, maybe an hour or more, and basically give yourself a full spa treatment once a week. It sounds a little gnarly.
Yeah.
People on TikTok, mostly women, are posting videos showing off their routine. Instead of just washing yourself, an everything shower might include stuff like facial treatments, a full body exfoliator, a deep conditioning hair mask, and
Excuse me.
That is
detoxifying scalp scrub.
Wow. I'll be doing
That's
this at your
that
house.
rolls off the tongue, doesn't
Mike,
it?
if it's cool, I'd like to do this at your house on Saturday.
Honey, get the power washer. Some people also light candles or sit around in a robe when they're done to give it even more of a spa feel.
I'll need to borrow your robe.
Why don't you let the spa people that make money on spa treatments make the money on spa treatments, okay? Everything is not self-help. And I bet, good luck with that Brazilian wax, too.
Oh.
In the shower.
You'll hear the echoing of the screaming.
Double jointed. Anyway, according to a new report, the average size of a new apartment in 2022 was less than 900 square feet.
Hey, Oscar.
My house?
Yeah.
That is about 50 square feet smaller than the average apartment a decade ago. The drop in size is attributed to new construction with more studios and one-bedroom units. Thank you, developers.
I'm finally in vogue.
Yeah. Stackable washer dryer.
The smallest apartments on average were found in Seattle, while the largest were in Tallahassee, Florida.
We got all this room.
Come on now.
Space.
Apartments in Tucson, Arizona saw the largest increase in size over recent years. So if you go to Tucson, where our friend VZ hangs out,
That's right.
U of A in Tucson.
that's
Is that where it is?
exciting.
Mm-hmm.
University of Arizona. I thought Arizona State is in Tempe, right?
Yes, Tempe.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. And now a little something. Use of pornography. Please hold your commentary to the end. Whether mainstream or aggressive is associated with lower relationship satisfaction and less stability. And that holds true even when you account for potential variables that might have an impact like gender, religiosity, or whether you think you're addicted. Those factors just amplify the negative association. But folks who want a long and healthy romantic relationship should avoid porn entirely, according to a study by Brian J. Willoughby, a professor at the School of Family Life at Brigham Young.
Bring them what?
At Brigham Young University. Couples should know that viewing pornography is a risk factor in their relationship. Willoughby said that. He added that people who care about each other and their future should avoid it. If you want to read the full study, just go to OscarSantana.com, ladies and gentlemen.
I live there.
I actually agree with the study.
Oh,
Like,
do you
it'll
really?
destroy your relationships.
Yeah.
Unless you're open about what you're into.
Yeah. You love Willoughby's work, don't you?
Yeah. Wink, wink. Thank you. That's disturbing. We'll take a break and we'll come back with something right here.
He's a desperado that takes care of business.
I'm the wrangler, is what I am.
Riding and roping and always getting it done.
Did you see me wrangle before the show today?
You did.
Great job.
Sometimes trouble just follows a man.
Folks don't know much about him except for his name.
The Bolivian wrangler.
The Bolivian wrangler.
Put that on my tombstone.
He may not know basic American history,
When was the Bay of Pigs? The Roaring 50s. The Depression was in the 20s.
You're insane.
but when he wants to wrangle up some goods for the office or his hacienda,
Aye, that's Spanish for house.
he shops at Target and Walmart through the shopping center at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And with a few clicks, he can pick it up at the store or have it shipped to his door.
You'll thank me for this.
Shop like the Bolivian Wrangler because he knows that getting the big deals is mighty
I'm
satisfying.
feeling great.
Who was that masked man?
Hey, everybody, do your financial goals feel out of reach? No more. With Chime's Secured Credit Builder Visa Credit Card, you can start building credit with your own money through on-time payments and small everyday purchases. Now, members see an increase of about 30 points to their credit scores on average. Chime reports your payments to the major credit bureaus to help you build credit over time. With no annual fees, no large security deposits, or any credit checks to apply. Start making your financial dreams a reality with Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/TMOS. That's chime.com/TMOS. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank N.A. Pursuant to a license from Visa USA, Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card based on a study conducted by Experian Credit Builder members observed based on an... Damn it!
Oh, now.
You can just rewind.
Tried to fly through
You can
it.
rewind.
Based on a study conducted by Experian, Credit Builder members observed an average of 30-point FICO score 8 increase after 8 months with regular on-time payments. Results may vary. See chime.com for details. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven or any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM. We were talking about trends as far as the all-over shower.
Yes.
Oscar just teased ever so slightly when he arrived this morning. And it's something about, all I wrote down was Ferris Wheel fun. And then right before we went to air, you said something, yeah, new fun on Ferris wheels.
Well,
and you had your dirty voice on.
TikTok
I wanted to entice you. The last TikTok trend I brought to the show, and in an effort to be in touch with today's youth, was the Borg, and that's the blackout rage gallon.
It was huge, Mike. It was sweeping the
Borg.
nation.
Yes, the Borg.
You were not there the day we discussed it. It's a gallon jug.
Well, my very vacation.
No, I don't think you're on vacation. It's a gallon jug that is essentially a very strong sort of fruit punch that college students carry around at parties. So they only have to make one
grain
drink.
alcohol punch. We had
No,
No, it's
a new
different.
spin on this because
it's
they're
vodka.
It's vodka and some sort of. It's really. You take a gallon of water that you would buy at any CVS or Walmart.
Yes. Right.
And then you take that's your foundation of the Borg. Right. And then you put a liquid IV in there. Then you throw some vodka in there. And then you put an energy drink or some sort of supplement in there. And that's what you walk around with the cap from party to party if you're stomping around WVU or wherever you may be.
So the mixers are, or the mixers, I should say, are a hodgepodge of different stuff.
But you get a level of I guess the key is to be hydrated.
Yeah, so that's part of the sale. And also,
so are you saying it's a healthy thing?
It's a healthier version of binge drinking if there's
drunk.
a version of
and
that.
people name it. For example, a very popular name that I heard is Ernest Borgnine. They named their jugs, with Borg puns. And that's
why Borg?
Because it's a blackout rage gallon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Blackout.
Yes.
Nothing to do with Star Trek.
No. And like 4 weeks after we talked about it, the Today Show said, are your kids part of the Borg experience?
Yeah.
I
or
mean,
the Borg identity.
Blackout rage gallon. Now, when you label something like that, though, are there any reactions to the alcohol and the mixture where people do, get all ramped up or anything?
It's an evolution of. Look, binge drinking, I think is we all understand that it's not healthy. But
and also the energy.
Thank you.
The energy drink with vodka was around when I had my bar.
Yeah, the Red Bull and vodka.
With Red Bull and vodka.
The vague underlying safety. I guess is it the halo they're putting under that says. At least they're getting water.
Yeah.
There's a cap on this gallon, so they can't, get drugged.
Roofied, yeah.
He was up for 3 days.
They name their little gallons.
It's
they
cute.
dress them up before they go out. They recycle the gallon. They get it it's a little more manageable than Jungle Juice.
Okay. Yeah, but it's still kids.
Yeah.
Trying to get a buzz.
Getting hammered.
Correct. And
so did
if
they
I'm not
take
mistaken,
their
Marco. The last time we talked to you, Marco's in today, correct? It's Wednesday.
Hi, Marco.
At AU, you said the Borg identity had not crested your campus. It's been about 2 months now. Have you seen Borgs? You're now on the rugby team. I'm sure You're binge drinking and missing classes. What's happening?
I mean, like it's everywhere. It's everywhere, but it just kind of wasn't at AU as much as it is at like big state schools like Colorado or UC Berkeley or something like that.
What do you guys do? Do below there? What do you guys do at AU?
Well, at AU, it depends on
They
what
drink
they're
beer.
No,
If he's a rugby player, they drink beer, right, Marco?
Yeah, pretty much.
I
That's
thought
like
at AU you
European
figure
guys.
out. Don't you figure out what you're going to eat and then figure out what pairs well with it?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, he's just saying
What
they're
is that?
elitist.
What the hell?
Yeah,
and
I
you
didn't know either. I was
interrupted
trying to be
Marco
polite.
to sandwich in your nasty little joke about my alma mater. What was that supposed to
It's
mean?
a classier school than VCU. That's all I'm saying.
I don't. It's not a she school. It's a school. It's like
it's a little
very similar.
At $60K a year, it's a shishi school.
Is it
Yeah.
$60K a year? Oh, okay. We'll be really, Marco. Wow. Hey, Marco. Are you on the club rugby team?
I am, yeah.
That's did you get recruited or did you want to do it all along?
Nah, I wanted to play a team sport, and so I went on the website and I looked through all of them. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll do rugby, and then I've been doing it ever since.
How do you like it?
It's super fun, actually. Like,
Have you broken your nose yet?
No, I'm not a big fan of getting tackled, and I'm not very good at tackling. But
that's it. What do? Stand on the sidelines and watch the other guys
They
play?
drop
well, kind of. I'm basically a wing, so I'm kind of the last guy to get the ball, and I just try to take off down the sideline.
You are fast.
Yes. So you don't get really down and dirty. You're not at the center of the scrum then, right?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Do you have any animals on your team? Guys that are get in the trenches?
Yeah, like big dude. They love the scrum. I cannot fathom that. I
don't want to get myself hurt in the scrum.
I have to ask because I do love this. Are there any great nicknames of players on your team?
Great nicknames of players?
Yeah. Because I do like college nicknames. They tend to land on players, and I would think rugby would be a good place for that.
You know, I don't know if I've been there long enough to kind of have that.
When you said you don't want to get tackled or tackle, but you're willing to join the team, how did they respond?
Not a good interview.
Yeah, I've been keeping the bench awfully warm.
Okay.
That's
Fair enough.
That's their response.
Rugby, when I went to AU, they recruited me for rugby. Actually, some of the guys used to come to where I was spinning records because of my body type, because I was, I was taller and stocky, and they wanted me to.
You were the blind
play.
side.
I thought I was thinking
the blind side.
What?
They're like,
are you talking about the movie The Blind Side? What's wrong
You're
with
like,
you?
look at that man. He should be an athlete.
Boy, is he
I was
adopted
walking
as
along.
well?
I was walking back to my house with a golf shirt on, and I didn't know what I was doing. Anyway, so is it still a rather significant party environment, post and pre-game practices and all that?
I mean, not really. Like post game, I suppose, but it's not really like.
Are you sure you're on the team?
Yeah.
I haven't even played a game yet. Actually, I haven't had a game, but I don't know. AU's just not a sports school, which is a huge bummer.
Not.
But
it is not.
Yeah, people aren't really.
We
about
had
that
a basketball team. The AU Eagles were in contention when I was there, but that was about it. Other than that, it was club and all that kind of stuff, and communications and criminal justice and pre-law and all those good things. And,
Fun.
And then pairing meals with wines, as Rob said.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Marco. We got to take a
Just
break.
a
We will
joke.
finish this discussion with Oscar Santana when we come back, because I want to find out what this Ferris Wheel fun is all about. All right? So you think of AU as a she school.
Well, think of
Okay.
where I went.
Virginia Commonwealth University.
Precisely.
Yeah. Based on the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Yes.
Where you go with mediocre grades.
That's right.
We'll be right back.
And you excel.
Had a great drive to school with my kid who was talking about Harvard. Said he wants to be a lawyer. Dad, I think I want to be a lawyer. I said, why is that? He said, because I like to argue.
He could be, you know what? Kid lawyer.
Your Honor, I object.
I'll allow it. Have you been hurt on a podcast? It's no time to play grab-ass, fella. It's time to get tough and call the law offices of Michael William O'Mara, kid attorney.
So an Irishman walks into a pub.
O'Mara is on the case, and you'll get the money you deserve. The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show is so funny, it should be illegal. Get a Bonus Show subscription today through the link at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Michael William O'Mara, kid attorney.
Oh yeah, it's driving me nuts.
He knows all about the birds and the bees, but it's his opponents in the courtroom who are really
You can't handle the truth.
I love that. I got to give you a little aside before I tell you about our sponsor, but we got together with my niece, Jessica, her husband, Bill, his parents, Bill and Jane, and I call them cousins. They're with first cousins once removed, Max and Amelia, and Sam, their kids, and we went over, and Michael first sees the kids, and they're all hanging out, and so we sit down with all the adults for a little bit, and then Michael comes walking up and says something like, right in front of all the adults, say, "So, how's everybody doing? Long time," or something like that, and then he walks away, and my niece says, "Oh, man, he is just so him." It was just so cool. He greets them like he's a 40-year-old man.
That's great.
I don't know whether to be proud as a papa or to be terrified.
Be
anyway,
very proud.
So
That's awesome.
Let's face it, everybody, trends and fads come and go, especially when it comes to health and wellness. Noom is not a fad. They use psychology, not trends, to help you make intentional and sustainable choices. I'll be honest with you. We went over there last night, had dinner, went a little off of my routine, 0.2 of a pound ticked up today. Right away, I hop on Noom to log my weight. And what did Noom put on there? It was an immediate response that I can't give you the direct verbiage that they use, but it was this validation that weight can fluctuate up to 2 to 3 pounds, and it was just perfect.
It helped
for
you
me.
understand.
That's what you need
I
to
mean,
know.
here I am on my phone looking at Noom weight, and I'm reading something that makes me just move on.
Yes.
And it was so good where, you know, am I going to totally derail on something? No, but it was just a word of confidence that I needed. Thank you, Noom. Listen, you have to make the right choices. Noom allows you to build more sustainable habits and behaviors. The program helps you understand the science behind your eating choices and why you have cravings. Whatever your health goals, Noom focuses on progress instead of perfection. First-time Noomers lose an average of 15 pounds after being active in the program for 16 weeks. I love Noom Weight. Oscar loves Noom Weight. Carla has used it. And really, I'm telling you the truth. This morning, Noom helped me on my journey. Amazing results. Stop chasing health trends. Build sustainable, healthy habits with Noom's psychology-based approach. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com/TMOS. That's NOOM.com/TMOS to sign up for your trial today and check out Noom's first ever book, The Noom Mindset, a deep dive into the psychology of behavior change. Available now wherever books are sold. All right, so we've got a short break here. Got to ask you about what you brought in this morning with this Ferris Wheel. I missed some of these. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. There's a fascination with theme parks, I guess, and maybe big theme park is going out of their way to promote.
Yes, could be.
Coming out of the pandemic. And the only theme park I know, and God rest his soul, is King's Dominion. Right? And that's all. When I think of a theme park, I think of that. I don't think of any others. And I start seeing 2 weeks ago this like Ferris Wheel challenge or roller coaster challenge or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what could you ever do on a roller coaster? Is it parkour? Are you hanging with a selfie stick? Who's going to die?
Mm-hmm.
Is it for a benefit of a major charity?
No.
Okay.
This is just
right
kids
there.
doing stupid things.
All right, so the Ferris wheel that I think of is the giant wheel that goes vertically and you can swing on the little basket.
Correct. And then there's the eye in DC that's enclosed.
Right.
That's the big one. That's the giant one.
And they put one in Candy Apple Grove at KD probably like 10 years ago called the Great American.
KD. Come on. Call it by it's the KD.
Paramount's King's Dominion, Mike. Cedar Fair's great. Cedar Fair's King's Dominion.
KD.
So these college students or influencers are getting on these Ferris wheels as couples, and they're trying to, how do I say this on regular radio and podcasting? They're trying to hook up in the matter of time that the Ferris wheel goes around. And look, I don't know how it came up in my feed. Who knows if it's my viewing history. But
there might be a chance.
I just said, I was like, who could ever move that fast? Because I think Ferris wheels move that fast.
You know what, Mike? It's really
like
hard.
Faster than usual.
It's really hard to do on a bumper car. But I can see.
And there's no time limit. Well, till the ride's over.
That's right.
And better visibility, too. What's it called?
Well, I think it's going by the Ferris Wheel Challenge, but I don't know if that's what's coming up. I just know
Now,
that.
I will say this. There is a chance because the worst
And
part...
hooking up could be making out. There are different degrees of it. So.
The worst part about riding a Ferris wheel is that it's the loading and unloading.
Okay.
Because even though you do get a couple full spins, keep in mind, to bring people on and take them off to do a full spin, it has to do a slow revolution of exiting and entering because every car has to come to a stop on the platform. People have to exit. People have to get back in.
My prime, the Ferris wheel challenge would have been fine. As soon as he moved that stick, I would have been, Okay, can you let us off now, please?
I feel like
now. Did you get a chance to see any of these?
Yes. But they're not doing anything like X-rated. It's just like
you see them.
You see them there giggling.
What are they cover themselves with a coat or something like that? Or
no, this is on the West Coast, I imagine, because it's warm. And I was like, this is. But in the world of like the internet knows everything.
Bumping uglies right on the middle of the Ferris wheel?
Uglies. No, they're alluding to doing things like that on the Ferris wheel.
Standard issue,
like third base stuff. Maybe
can you avoid that? I'm handling this right now. You're not allowed. Okay, I didn't say third base. You're talking about hooking up. So you're talking about
different degrees of hooking up, not home runs.
Oh, so not full-on sex?
No.
What type of activity are we talking about? Other types of sex. Heavy petting?
I don't call it that, but okay.
Well, it's the medical term.
Yes. Speak more, doctor.
Is the do you see the special favor? Is the special favor given?
It depends on what you call a special favor.
You've seen some of these. Why am I trying to put? You're a broadcaster. I'm trying to pry this out of you.
I think people
what type
understand
of acts have you seen?
Everything but sex, but you don't see it.
Sex can be. You mean everything but
as Bill
intercourse?
Clinton said, I did not have sex with that woman.
I did not have sex with that woman. Hide the cotton candy. Yeah. That's what it is. So, how entertaining are the videos?
This is what's strange. The influencers of today, they do a great job of making themselves look great. If this was somehow on the Hub or one of those free sites, it would have just been a train wreck of ugliness. Mm. But this is attractive. I was like, okay.
Attractive. And a last question on this subject. On most of these videos, are the guys or the ladies enjoying it more?
I think the majority of them is the gals enjoying them more.
Really?
Yeah. Well, at least that's the way they produced it. They're a minute-long videos, so I really can't read too much into this. It just swings by.
I have to ask another question because I still don't
follow up. You're a journalist.
I haven't been satisfied with my interview at all. I'm not doing a good job.
Unrewarding.
Let me ask this. On most of these videos that you've seen, are they sitting side by side?
Yes.
Now I know.
And somebody might drop some change, like in somebody's crotch, and they have to go looking for it.
Okay.
Yes.
I get it. Now I understand.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
And that way you don't have to take off the safety belt.
Yeah. Safety first.
Well, that's why they call it digital media. Thanks so much, everybody. Yeah, I'm wild. He hates it, but I love it. I'm here all week. Woo! Woo! We'll take a break and come back with Rob's thing. Now known as the flip side, where he's going to edit. Well, I will edit the intro to the flip side, which is too long. Right after this.
It's a celebration of the Irish and all of us on the latest bonus show.
Redheads have a higher tolerance for pain.
There you go. I come across more angry people in a day than most of you will ever find in a week.
In my family, we had a motto, and that is if you have nausea, eat yourself through it.
We don't get much sun here in Dublin, so I've been on my mother's teat since I was a baby. We don't need arrows. Arrows cost money. Send in the Irish.
And St. Patrick is the patron saint of strangers peeing in your front garden.
The TMOS bonus show is that pot of gold at the end of the comedy rainbow. Get a subscription and get laughing today at michaelmarashow.com.
The main side effect is being fabulous.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This podcast is sponsored by
Groove
Life. Excuse me. It's 2023. Are you still using the same wallet from 2003? 2003. Now is the time to update your wallet game. I love my Groove wallet. I really do. Look at me flip my cards. See? That's it. And then when I'm done, right back in. Bingo. Just like that. I love this. It's great. It's engineered for everyday use. One simple thumb motion perfectly fans out up to 6 cards for easy access to find everything you need. And it's so durable. It's high-quality aluminum outer shell. This wallet, unlike any other I've seen, with Groove Life's 94-year no BS warranty, the Groove wallet is the last wallet you're ever going to need. Personally, we all love ours, and you're going to love yours too. It's time to bring your wallet into the 21st century. Head to GrooveLife.com. We all love our Groove Life wallets. It's GrooveLife.com/TMOS and use promo code TMOS for 20% off all Groove Life products. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code TMOS for 20% off your order. One last time, that's promo code TMOS for 20% off your order. Just click the button on our website. You're going to love it.
Hello.
Upside down.
Roll over, rolling. It's the flip side.
I didn't know you wanted it shorter. You have but to ask, you know.
I am a little shorter.
Okay, so we'll make it shorter. That's easy. Mike?
Well, I wasn't being confrontational. It's just
He just did it.
I know.
It's the flip side.
Mike, are you familiar with
I can make it even shorter if I want to. Here we go.
Hello.
It's the flip side.
Are you familiar with the World Baseball Classic?
Yeah, well, I couldn't watch it last night. You know why?
Why?
Because I wasn't going to pay.
Oh, it was a pay-per-view thing?
I wasn't going to pay. Well, I mean, in order for me to watch it, I've edited my subscriptions, and I just refused. I wasn't going to do the free offer thing. I didn't want. And by the way, I had one of the networks that I used to be on. So here's the trick. It's not like you can have subscribed to a service and then get off of it and quit and then come back because they still have all your info and they don't let you do that.
Oh, really?
So it's not like you can get your free trial, quit, then get your free trial. Okay. You can't do that. So I found that out the hard way.
Do you still have Turner?
I want it, yeah.
Because it's under HBO.
Classic movies.
Yeah, it's under the HBO
But
umbrella.
the thing about it, I was planning on doing it when I heard that this was going to be a final between Japan and the United States, and I was really excited. I think they played it over in Miami, and great news for Japan.
Japan won 3-2, but here's the thing: the final play of the game, it was pitching was Shohei
Ohtani, who was pitching to Mike Trout.
Yeah, and they're teammates.
They're teammates
in the MLB.
on the Anaheim Angels.
Not so good for Mike Trout.
Trout's ready. 3-2.
Great pitch.
He struck him out.
Splitter. Great
Ohtani
pitch.
strikes out Trout.
The
and
shelf
Japan's
dropped out.
back on top of the baseball world.
Obviously, it didn't come out the way I wanted to. I think as a baseball fan, I think everybody wanted to see it. He won round one. No, you can't take anything away from it. Just to be able to come out of the bullpen, as a starter, and it's showtime. So
And he can
hats
hit.
off to them guys over there. Tough night for us, but we'll be back.
Am I mistaken? Did Mike Trout have a father in the league as well, Jim Trout?
I don't know. I am not sure about that one.
Seems to me.
But
I could be wrong.
He's a superstar. Mike Trout is an Angels superstar.
And Mike, I wish the best to everyone who
PEDs,
scored.
right? Mike Trout.
By the way, if I called them Anaheim Angels and I'm wrong, because it's been so long since I paid attention to it, because it's been California Angels, Anaheim Angels, Los Angeles Angels, I'm completely lost. It's Anaheim.
It's Anaheim.
Yeah,
Is Mike
it's
Trout?
Anaheim.
He was out for a PEDs. Was that wrong?
He may have been, but I'm not sure. But he's been with them a long time.
I don't want to say that if
And
that's not the case.
I was so listen. The World Baseball Classic is. Did we go, Oscar? Did we go to a WBC game down here?
Oscar
I
played.
know I took a bunch of people. When you guys were here,
No, we went to a Red Sox game.
Yeah,
but it was the Red Sox playing the Dominican Republic.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Do you
Yes, 'cause
remember?
you said those are your people.
But it was
Very
the World
awkwardly.
Baseball Classic.
Yes.
And do you remember the enthusiasm?
Yeah, you're
of
like,
the-
can you dance like that? And I'm like, we're not all the same.
I saw that. I said,
you're one Latin
Now
friend.
go park my
Yes.
car. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I did.
Mike
Right,
said, "Look
thank
at the energy." I said, "I'm going to go
Good
wait.
rewrite.
I'm
All
going
right.
to go wait in the car." I wish the best to everyone who scored their Taylor Swift tickets. I wouldn't cross the street to see Taylor Swift. I've seen some amazing tape of the concert.
It looks incredible.
They do a thing where she swims under the stage. Have you
Yeah,
seen
I watched
that?
a clip of that. Yeah.
But how would you like to get your Taylor Swift tickets and sit next to this girl This was her between songs.
Can't explain this.
I'll thank you, no.
I heard that if you go to this particular concert, you have to wear earplugs, not because of the concert, but because of the people around you.
Like a Beatles thing almost, yeah. She said, no, thank you.
Talk about Matt passing me by. I'm in a different century with that. I swear to God. My God, you want to kill me? Take me to that. Plop me down and say you have to stay until the end of the show.
3 hours of hits.
I will.
Yeah.
And look, you know what's going to happen if you do that? Take me to that show, so you have to stay to the end. The venue will empty out completely. There'll be a guy sweeping up, and it's like, who's that? And it'll be me, and I'll look like Jack Nicholson in The Shining when he's dead, frozen in the maze.
Mike, as far as rock and roll history goes, are you familiar with the era in John Lennon's career called the Lost Weekend?
No.
Now, this is a pretty fascinating thing, and it's not very well documented, but what happened is in the early 70s, Yoko got sick of John's behavior and said, just get out for a while, and here's my assistant. Her name is May Pang. You can have her and have an affair with her, but I don't want to see you for a while. We're still going to be married, but you. And so he started hanging out with Harry Nilsson a lot and drinking a lot and hitting a lot of clubs. Well, May Pang is making a documentary. It's out April 13th, all about John Lennon's Lost Weekend.
My name is May Pang, and this is my story.
Yoko walked into my office and said, John and I are not getting along. I want you to go out with him. Are you kidding? I can't do that. He's my employee. He's my boss. He's your husband.
I was 23, and my first boyfriend was John Lennon.
She did not realize it was going to turn into such a big love affair. She thought it would be 2 weeks, gone, goodbye. She told me, just I'm thinking of taking John back. And I said, what? She said, I think it's time.
I'm not even going to say what happened. Some of it was ridiculous. One way of putting it.
So I'm looking forward to seeing it. It should be fascinating.
That's kind of interesting. I mean, really about that free love era, right? That's what it was.
He drank an awful lot, and what he drank, Mike, were Brandy Alexanders, and he called them milkshakes. He would call Harry Nilsson and say, let's go out for milkshakes.
It's probably the ice creamiest drink you can get.
Yeah.
Do they show the scene where May Pang and John Lennon go on the Ferris Wheel?
They do.
Thank you.
And Mike, let's close with this. People will argue about who are the worst people in the world. This is a TikToker named Alex Frankel. He goes by Alex Frankel, the lion-haired. This is his least favorite person in the world.
You know what the worst type of fucking person in New York City is? The person that listens to shit without fucking headphones on the fucking subway at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. Scum of the earth.
Not a fan.
Amen, brother.
I agree,
I'm with
yeah.
you. That's fantastic.
But play your music loud on the Ferris wheel.
Yes. Yeah. Loud as you want. You want to distract the operator. Keep him from calling the police. All right.
John
How was
Law.
your ride? Oh, my God.
No smoking on the ride, man.
Watch out. Hey, we got to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow for an early taping when the guys get ready to wing on over to Florida and jam with the Stones. Should be a lot of fun. Big, heavy stuff arrived outside right on my front door, and I haven't moved it.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Come
Nor
on.
will I.
One job.
Anywho, and I'm old. Anyway, that's it. We got to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow for Rob and Oscar Michael.
2 more days, Carl. They'll come and pick it up.
So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
How did you know all that?
Because I made a podcast.
You can't dance fast enough for me. Do you understand?
I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
If you're waiting for a hug, you might want to pack a lunch.